Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and in this video we're doing a deep dive comparison of one of my all-time favorite Bibles. It's called the ESV Heritage Bible from Crossway. I've got 5 different editions of it, going all the way up here to a synthetic leather, very affordable edition, down to a super premium Bible rebind. We're going to compare these side by side and help you make a decision which one is right for you. So one of the newest Bibles from Crossway is this, the ESV Single Column Heritage Bible in True Tone, which is their synthetic leather. This is the chestnut option. It's kind of a reddish brown. They also did a black one. I recently unboxed this, very impressed, really cool. And what I said I was going to do was come back and do a comparison video with all of the other available options. So these two on top, also from Crossway, but they are part of their heirloom collection. So whereas this one is printed and bound in China, synthetic leather, it's got regular standard Bible paper. That's what this one is. These are printed and bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands. Very, very premium finishes. It's got an edge-lined construction. It's got really nice French paper in it. And then there's these leathers. So you have goat skin, and then this is called Wellington leather. So these are going to be over $200 from Crossway. This is $35. Huge, huge difference just in the ones available from Crossway. Then you go to the exclusive edition of the same Bible from evangelicalbible.com, which are the same folks that produce Schuyler Bibles. So they took this 3 different leather options. I kept this one right here and gave it to my wife, Becca. This is the olive green calfskin edition. So they basically take one of the premiums that's done by Youngblood in the Netherlands, and then they do their own leather, their own finishes, their own ribbons, that sort of thing. So definitely similar to these, very expensive, but a really awesome Bible. And then I have this. This is a custom Bible rebind from Mike at Rugged Cross Leather. If you missed the unboxing video that I did with this last year, I'll put a link in the video description. It blew me away. So he took one of these premium ones, he took the cover off of it, and then he did a gorgeous, beautiful rebind in Badalassi. Say it with me, Badalassi Carlo. I haven't done that in a while. It's a beautiful Italian cowhide. So I have cowhide, calfskin, goat skin, and the Wellington leather I think is a cowhide as well. And then you have over here synthetic fake leather, but looks really good. It turned out really great. So the question is, which one of these is right for you, right? I have all of these different Bibles. It's a great edition. It's a really cool single column ESV. I love the layout of this Bible, but which one makes the most sense for you? And particularly now that they're offering a less expensive option, is it worth jumping to the premium, or will this do for you? So I want to show you them side by side so you can see the differences in the paper and the binding and things like that. And then also another question I think people are asking is, so this Bible right here, the Rugged Cross Rebind, is one of these nice premium $200 Bibles on the inside with a new cover on it and all the upgrades that Mike from Rugged Cross did to it. Some people are asking, is it good enough to do that, but to start, instead of with a $200 Bible, to start with a $35 Bible and get the rebind done? And I think that this video will help you answer that question in particular if you are curious about it, but also if you're just wanting to buy one of these and see what they look like, particularly the paper, I think is going to be a big deal for you to see what it looks like side by side. So I'm going to do an overhead. I'm going to show you all of these Bibles. This is something, it's not a traditional review or unboxing video. It's like a fun, mega comparison of all the same Bible. I hope that this is interesting for you and fun for you because it's fun for me. So I'm going to do an overhead now and show you what these Bibles look like. Okay, I'm going to start with the original 2 premium editions from Crossway. So this is the goatskin leather, a soft, pebbly grain goatskin leather. It's part of the heirloom collection. This is the most recent one called Wellington leather, deep chocolatey brown. So basically these two, the text blocks are going to be the exact same thing. More premium paper, really lovely French paper. I believe that this is from PDL, Papeteries du Le Monde. So this is the 28 GSM premium Bible paper that they use. Same thing on the inside. There's the pledge card with that one. It's just going to be a different leather. Still both edge-lined constructions. You can see the tab in there. So they're edge-lined. It's got the red under gold art gilding. So the text blocks of these are going to be essentially the same. That actually has a slightly different color to it, doesn't it? But it's the leather on the outside. Same on the inside. So that one is like this really smooth. I've done full reviews with both of these. I'll put the links in the video description. That's a real smooth. It's going to patina and age over time. I haven't really used this one that much yet. Goat skin. Then you bring in the exclusives that evangelicalbible.com, which is the same folks as Schuyler, did an exclusive run of the Heritages. This is the olive green calfskin edition. And you can see here, look at that. They did a full yap, almost full. I wouldn't call that full, but it's a extended yap all the way around. They added in their own ribbons, perimeter stitch. So again, on the inside, this text block is the same as the two premium ones from Crossway, but they kind of did their own treatment to it. Now Schuyler is going to be starting to release Bibles in this colorway as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I gave this one to my wife. So if you're just going with standard premium options, let's see if I can fit all of these in the camera. You have Wellington, totally different type of leather, very, very smooth, gonna patina and age over time. You have this is a calfskin here in the middle, the olive green. They also made this in a sienna, which is more like this one, I think, and then a Prussian blue, which is even a third different one. I have a video about those. I'll put the link if you want to check it out. And then more of a traditional goatskin. All same on the inside, very premium. $200 plus for all of these Bibles. Okay, then I'll bring in, this is, wow, look at that. This Bible is stunning. This is Badalassi Carlo cowhide. You see how it has some marks. One of the things I love about Badalassi, watch that. See this little line right here? I'm going to lick my thumb. I'm going to rub this Bible a little bit, and you're going to slowly start to see. That just got scratched on my shelf or something like that, me using my fingernails on it. It's slowly going to kind of rub out a little bit. So it's way, way less prominent. I could do that with these other ones, and I might do that. But this is a rebind from Mike at Rugged Cross. A beautiful, beautiful rebind. He put some information in there about, let's see if I can get that to focus for you. This was number 62 that he did. Beautiful rebind. Again, same on the inside, same text block as all of these premium ones, but he ripped the cover off and put this gorgeous piece on there, did the green stitching, like really cool in sheets. Turned out fantastic. I don't know if I ever showed that. There's like a little faint Badalassi, Carlo Badalassi in there, a little stamp in there. So the big question is, now we have this new guy. So push these out of the way. This right here is the True Tone $35 version of this Bible. It's not the same paper. It's not the same construction. All of these Bibles were printed and bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands. Then you get this one printed and bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands and then torn apart and redone by a Bible rebinder. This Bible was printed and bound in China. It does not use the premium over-the-top paper, but we're going to compare that. If you saw my unboxing video with this Bible, you saw that I was pleasantly surprised by the paper. But it doesn't have edge-lined construction. This is a synthetic piece of leather, so it's going to have a little bit of gilding on the pages, but it doesn't have the red dye underneath it. It's got a single ribbon. It doesn't have all of the bells and whistles. So this Bible, $35 for you to purchase, whereas this Bible is going to be over $200 for you to purchase. The big difference is the construction quality, the material quality, the embellishments, the bells and whistles, and then, yes, the paper. The paper is going to be a big difference. And I think that's what a lot of people are mostly interested in, is seeing this side by side. So, put a little marker here, the book of Job. I'm going to hold this side by side, and then I'm going to bring these up so you can see them. Now, is this Job? There it is. Okay, so, let me get the ribbons out of the way and show you these two side by side. So there you see kind of widescreen version. And I don't know about you, but from just looking at it, before I talk about touching it and thickness and stuff like that, from looking at this on the page, I think that the $35, the one without the premium paper, is actually slightly more opaque, slightly less show-through, bleed-through, ghosting, whatever you call it, on the page than the premium paper, which is actually shocking to me. So you have right here, looking at the top of the page, you can see a little bit of ghosting for the text on the other side behind the word Job. I see a little bit more on this paper. You can see it in between these lines. Let me pull this up and bring it a little bit closer for you. Do you see that? There's still a little bit of ghosting. I think to my eye, and it looks to me like the camera is getting this pretty well, it's actually slightly less on the right than it is on the left. I bring it up even closer, slightly more ghosting, a little bit more show through over there in between those paragraphs than there is over here. Very, very minimal on the ghosting side of things. Now the big question is, and I think you can see this a little bit on the page, this is a more white, a sharper white paper where this has a little bit of creaminess to it, and this premium French paper has a nice texture to it, almost like a glossy sheen to it. Not like glossy cardstock, but it just has a coating on it. I apologize, I'm not like an expert in Bible paper. I've actually tried to get more information about Bible paper from some of the publishers, but sometimes they don't want to share too much information because there is a competitive advantage to some of this. But Raul from Youngblood, when I had coffee with him recently, he told me there's two major papers that they're using for these premium Bibles being printed and bound in the Netherlands, and it does have a slight coating on it. It's got a creamy look and feel to it, and just it's very, very thin, but it also has a little bit of width to it, whereas this one, it's kind of more of a coarse paper to the touch. It doesn't have that smoothness, that coating on it, and it does feel thinner to me, which is crazy again that it's more opaque. It feels thinner to me when I take a single sheet of paper from each one of these Bibles. The one on the right feels a little bit thinner. It doesn't have that, like, it doesn't feel as nice. That's all I can say. I know it's much more expensive paper over here than this is, but it doesn't feel as nice to this. And when I'm looking at it, this one just seems to have a little bit of a creamier look to it. Very, very similar in color, but that's the main difference. So again, if this was $35 and it was really easy to see through the paper, that would be one thing, but that's not the case, right? I'm going to pull in, this is my Bible rebind from, I'm going rogue here. This is my Bible rebind from Logos, one of my favorite Bibles of the ESV Personal Reference Bible. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this Bible is way less opaque than the new one. This is like a $15 Bible. I don't know if you can see there, like there is way more ghosting coming through on that page. Even if I go to a page that's more paragraph formatted, it's way more distracting to me on the page. So I don't know, again, I don't know what paper Crossway is using in the new True Tone edition of the Heritage, but it's pretty nice paper for what you're getting. And so the question becomes, as I said earlier, if you're going to buy one of these and spend time with it, this is pretty good. I'd say I prefer the paper in the premium edition more because of the feel and the texture and that sort of thing, but this really does the job. And so if you wanted to get a Bible rebind, I wouldn't rip up a premium Bible like this and rebind it. I would rip up a less expensive Bible like this and rebind it because the paper is pretty good. You might want to have some dye added in there and those sorts of things. One of the things I don't like is even like a Bible like this, really beautiful rebind by Daniel Thrailkill at Logos, but on the inside, this Bible is just like, it's not that great. I see a lot of people taking cheap text blocks that don't have very opaque paper that's not like really nice and really feels great to the touch, and then they're rebinding and I'm like, well, the inside still sinks, so it's just a really nice cover on a Bible that's okay on the inside. I do love this text block as far as the ESV personal reference. I wish they would make this in a premium. Honestly, I wish that they'd make it with this paper, whatever the difference is, because it does feel different. But I think that's an option, is to take a Bible like this. My suggestion would be take it, spend a little bit of time with it, and then see if you really love it. And if you do, then you could send it to someone like Mike and have a custom Bible rebind done to really level it up, to do some things with it. But overall, I think that this turned out really great. And yeah, the question is it worth it to you to level up for the premium finishes of something like this one in the Heirloom collection that has nicer paper, a nicer binding, overall construction and quality to it, and then a really nice piece of leather, or again, something from evangelicalbible.com, the exclusive editions that they did, absolutely fantastic. Crossway also offers this, which is a really unique piece of leather in the Wellington. You have lots of options that you get into, so I'm just going to throw all these on there. Lots of great Bibles. Wow. So there you have it, a full lineup of ESV Heritage Bibles, all awesome, but all very different. So here's my question of the video. I want to know from you, which one of these do you like best and why? Leave me a comment and let me know. Now, I've done videos with almost all of these Bibles, so I will put links in this video's description so you can go and watch those unboxing videos and those reviews and get a closer look at these if you'd like to. I'm also going to snag a photo of all of them together and post it on Instagram and Facebook, so please come find me on social media and say hello. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And guess what? This video is being released in February, so if you were watching this in the month of, I'm doing a month-long giveaway. We're giving away a really awesome KJV Premium Bible from Skylar. The winner is not going to be announced until the end of the month. It's Leap Day, February 29th, so go back and look for that video on my channel, follow the instructions, and you can enter to win an awesome KJV Skylar Bible at the end of the month. This was a ton of fun for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.